we have seen that take charge. Take charge means own up responsibility of your own life. And that is the way to succeed. Because in that we do not have any thought process for blaming, complaining attitude towards anything in life. And then we saw some of the pointers in that of how to take charge of our life. Once we take charge of our life, then we can realize our own potential. So the second chapter is realizing our own potential by asking one question, that am I fully self-expressed? Am I doing what God has given me? Because what He gives is a gift to us, but what we give back is our return gift to Him. Like today, some of us are singing because we discover that, okay, I can sing. So now we have to sing more. I can talk, so I can talk more. I can read. I should read more. I'm interested in the Shastra knowledge, so I must have more Shastra knowledge. Because all these kind of gifts, everybody doesn't get. Some people draw, some people do a lot of things. So whatever I discover, that is very important. And then I start giving return gifts to God. Because we had discussed this many times in Gita sessions, that suppose we don't use our own talents, this life, these talents are not available in the next life to us. Because we have not harnessed those talents. So last time we saw that everybody has the power to succeed. And everybody is having the eligibility and capability to succeed. And compared to the mineral world, plant world, animal, bird world, we have one aspect which is uniquely given to us. And that aspect we saw is Swatantrata, freedom. What is that freedom? We saw there are 3 freedoms now Guruji is talking about, which are given to us. This freedom is not given to any other creatures, any other lokas. Only human being is given this freedom. Now there are many people asking, do we really have freedom or everything is destiny? That is a very interesting, eternal question. What people have. Do we have a choice, or do everything is predestined? Some people say even the thought also comes in our mind that God gives. Definitely we have learned that action is in our control, but result is given by God. So who gives desire? Desire also is given by God. Desire also is given by God. Thought also is given by God. Result also is given by God. Then do we have a choice? What choice do we have? So we had taken this topic in some portion, if you remember, in Upadesh Sar when we did, is that ultimately whatever I'm experiencing right now is a product of my own actions earlier, which I have done. That I call as prarabdha or destiny. So what is the definition of destiny? What comes in front of me, and what comes in front of me is already is the effect of what I have done in my past. So the present is the product of the past. So the future with present and important, it is also product of the past. So also is coming in the present, and the present becomes my future. But then what is the answer to the question destiny and free choice? So very, very interesting, very important. From God's perspective, suppose we see, then there is destiny. But from our own perspective, when we see, we have a choice. I'll repeat. When you look from the sun's perspective, there is no darkness. But from the earth's perspective, there is darkness and there is sunlight. And most of us have a day and night, and our lifestyle is dependent on day and night. So from our point of view, we must say that we have a choice. And only when we exercise the choice given to us, then we succeed and we are prosperous and we are happy. But from the God's perspective, everything is done by the God, but we do not know what God's perspective, till we become God. So from our perspective, it has been very clearly given that we have a choice and we have freedom every moment. And that freedom, Guruji is talking in this, perform to potential, because unless and until we realize what is my potential and what is the choice and freedom I have, we will not be realizing our own potential. So what are the freedoms given to us? We can have karma as one of the freedom movements. Freedom. What is karma? I have the freedom to move. Stone cannot move, plants cannot move from one place, birds and animals cannot move everywhere and live. They can only live in specific places. Tigers can live only in specific places. They cannot live where there are no other animals. But human being is one entity who can live anywhere. We are also, human beings are also thinking of living on Moon and Mars. And already there are planning going on that, there'll be colonies on Moon and Mars. So where human mind can go, human movement can go, there is no limit to it. We can travel on road, we can go in water, we can fly in sky. No other creature can do all these kind of things. Water creatures remain in water, land creatures remain on land. But we have discovered submarines, we have discovered boats, we have discovered aeroplanes, and we do everything because we have complete freedom. So first, freedom, what Guruji is talking about is freedom of action, freedom of movement, freedom of karma. At this moment, what is a karma, what is a action, what is a movement? I have complete freedom. Then the next is jnana, knowledge. Now, very interestingly, no bird or animal or insect have regrets in life. Human beings only have regrets. Arey, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have spoken that. I shouldn't have gone there. I shouldn't have done this. No animal creature has this kind of thoughts. Just think. We can think on this, so many things that Guruji mentioned. This is a sutra. We can expand in various ways. There is no regret for an animal. There is no regret. There is no imagination for animal. What is going to happen tomorrow to his life? But this power is given to human being. Knowledge power and thinking power. I go into the past and think what all things I have done. I shouldn't have done this. I should have done that. I wasted. I did that. That was right. That was good. My life is fulfilled. My life is not fulfilled. No animal, no creature thinks. The tiger kills the baby of the deer, eats it, and there is no regret. Tomorrow again, one is ready to kill another animal. So just think that, like how different we are, that we have so much of going into the future, thinking what is to happen. Only human beings are given power to meditate, power to do upasana, etc., etc. No animal has given, no insect. I hope the voice and video is clear, because here it is showing internet connection is not good. Then there is no desire limit. Human beings have infinite desires. A tiger will not have a desire to eat grass. A cow will not have a desire to eat non-veg. The tiger will not want to have a desire to go on moon, or wear nice dresses and go in the ceremony, or have some kind of power and achievement. No, tiger is happy, or lions are happy once they get to eat, sleep, mate, finish. Life is over for them. But that is where our life starts, because there is no limit. I want to become God. And Indra God wants to become the God of gods. Doesn't like if anybody has more power than himself. So suppose we see what Guruji has given when it comes to karma, movement or action, when it comes to jnana or knowledge, when it comes to ichcha or desire, there is no limit for human being. Endless. And that is where we have the freedom. Freedom of desire, freedom of what kind of knowledge I must have, freedom of movement, anywhere I can go. Then the next freedom given is by Guruji's freedom of speech. The human being can communicate in various languages. Tigers communicate in their language, crows communicate in their language. Now here we have created so many languages, IT languages are there. There is SAP, there is this language, there are different languages through which these programs are doing, software people do. So many communication channels are open with us. So, when we can discuss, we can put so many pointers in this. What Guruji has mentioned is that so much of freedom we are having. And still we are unhappy with all this freedom, thinking that I have no freedom. So karma, jnana, ichha, speech, all this freedom we are having. So we are having freedom of thinking, freedom of feeling, freedom of desire, freedom of knowledge, and this all freedom is limitless. Then when we come to beliefs, I can have n number of beliefs. That I am a human being is a belief. I am God is a belief. I am no good is a belief. I am like this is a belief. I have beliefs about God. I have beliefs about the world. I have beliefs about myself. There are so many beliefs what we can have. So there is no limit on what beliefs I can have, what thinking I can do. What is a self-image? Suppose we are going on this Panchakosha, we can see that this also we have a freedom that I can go beyond all limitations of time, space, object. This we had taken in Upanishad discussion. There are three limitations. Limitation of time, limitation of space, and limitation of object. And Brahman is beyond these three. Brahman is that which has no border, no limit. So only human being can think of becoming boundless, limitless, borderless. So here what Guruji is inviting us to look at is that we have infinite freedom. And when we are infinite freedom, then we must exercise that freedom, and then only my potential can be transported or transferred into the performance. If I think that I do not have this, I do not have this, I do not have this, I have no freedom, then the potential will not come out. And then what he says in his commentary is that freedom is our birthright. And we get bound to people, situations, objects because we have less knowledge of the freedom what we are having. The choice what we are having, and that is a Shreya path. The person, when the person discovers in life that I have got this freedom, then that particular person can follow a Shreya path. Otherwise, the person will follow different paths, thinking that that is the only choice I have. So what is the point? Very important point is that we must realize that we have choice and we have freedom in life every moment. What is the freedom? Karma, jnana, ichha, talking, speech. And when we utilize this particular freedom, we can exercise we can realize our potential to fullest. So how should we use this God-gifted freedom? So the fourth verse says that we must use this freedom for utkarsham, tat cha utkarsham. Because now this is a very important point, whether we are using this choice and freedom for our own growth or our own vinasha. Because in Bhagavad Gita also Lord says that you have two choices. Either you go and perish, vinashyati, or you will start growing up by every action every day. So there are two choices given to us. I use this freedom for utkarsha or vinasha. Very important. I must not destroy my potential, because if I destroy my potential, this potential will not be available to me next birth. Then I can become another animal who has less potential. because we have some faith that, that next birth I will become human being only. I hope you heard some of you heard the topic or participated in Swatmananji's and Shardananji's topic on Shraddha. In that, Shardananji mentioned that, suppose our ancestors have reached the Swarga or Pitrulok, then there is, our Shraddha karma or our givings will, okay, they are okay, they don't need it. But suppose they have become a cow, or suppose they have become a tiger, or suppose they have taken different yoni, whatever Shraddha karma we do now, it will reach the cow, it will get good food, it will get a good owner, it will get all the things, because it somehow will reach. Now Shardananji and Swatmananji are telling this, their knowledge is so huge. They have read all these scriptures and telling that possibility, we do not know our ancestors are in which yoni and what yoni we are going to get next birth. So very important point here, Sutra Guruji is giving is that every moment we must think of Utkarsha. Every moment I must think that I must grow. Internally, I must grow. Externally, externally means not my weight must increase and my volume must increase, because that is the only growth we find in people. That should be indeed used for Utkarsham, raising oneself and not putting us down, because self-criticism and self-destruction must be stopped from today. And we should not utter this sentence, I am not good enough. No, I am a very ordinary human being. No, what can I do? Under the name of humility, we must not say. Humility is not saying all the time, lower, I am very lower, I don't know anything, I have no skill, I am one bichara, one woman, I am just a homemaker, I am just a wife, I only do cooking, I have not done anything. What can I do? There are so many great people, I am not so great. So this is one of the thought of self-destruction, lowering our own self-esteem by oneself. Humility can be, as we mentioned in the last class also, humility doesn't mean I have to always say all these sentences and other people will say that now you are a humble person. So we have the power or to make it or break it in life. And we must use every moment, choice and freedom for our own growth, because that is what Lord is suggesting in Gita, and that is what this sutra also is telling us. Like Guruji gives some examples, speed and power without brakes can lead to accident. Electricity can be used for destruction. Electricity can be used for construction also. Music can create noise, or music can create, instruments can create noise also, instrument can create music also. Choice is ours. Now these instruments, when we think of this instrument, we think of some musical instruments. That is also there. But basically our instruments are body, mind, intellect. Whether my body, mind, intellect is creating noise or they are creating music. That is what is very important. It must create music. It must be interesting for others also to listen to my words, speech, body, mind. Whenever I share my mind, other person must enjoy the music, not my noise. My mind noise I want to give to others. So Guruji says that destructive mindset chooses inaction, laziness out of fear. That inaction is in bold. Huh? I don't want to do this. I don't want to get involved in this. I don't know. God says, no. I got involved in as a avatar in 100 things. You learn from me. Don't just only have my statue, Ram and Krishna in your house and do puja. You understand that I got into action. So much action I got into just to tell you that you have to get into action. Inaction is the worst or the greatest enemy of human being. Even if you do mistakes, it is into inaction. Constructive mindset chooses action leading to growth. This is Guruji's instruction to us that we must not get into this and we must Even though we are doing mistakes, even though we are having failures, that is still okay, but it will lead to growth. Because achieving the goal is not the goal. Striving to achieve the goal is the goal. Gurudev always has mentioned. And that's the reason Pujya Gurudev gave the definition of freedom is not to do what you feel like doing and doing what you don't feel like doing. That is freedom. So what is freedom? I have got freedom of speech. I have got freedom of action. I have got freedom of knowledge. What knowledge to keep in my memory? That freedom I have got. What to keep in my memory and what not to keep in my memory, that freedom I have got. So I must from today start deleting unnecessary things from my memory by putting different things in my memory into long-term memory, which will remain with me. And then I must exercise this freedom by testing myself of doing something what I don't feel like doing, where I'm scared. Suppose I'm scared of singing before people. We can use these opportunities to overcome those fear. Because I don't feel like singing in crowd, but I like singing in bathroom. So now freedom I have to exercise by doing this. Okay, let me try what happens. Maximum people will say, you don't sing again. Beyond that, they cannot say anything else. And licentiousness is to do what I feel like doing. This is the first chapter in one of the book what Gurudev has written, Art of Living or Self-Unfoldment, Freedom and Licentiousness. And actually we don't discuss on this in detail, but most of us think that if I do what I'm feeling like doing is freedom. If I am forced to do something which I don't like, that is not freedom. This is a point to ponder what Gurudev has given as a sutra. From next class, everybody will be putting on their videos. Now you'll say, this is, you're putting restriction, Prasadji. Everybody should wear white dress and sit. Next class, everybody should take bath, put tika, and I must see some spiritual, smiling, happy faces on the video, whoever is listening to this. This is too much. So now I am seeing that my freedom is getting curtailed. Because right now I have a freedom of putting off my video, I am walking, I am cooking, I am doing 100 things. You are curtailing my... So Guruji gives these examples that suppose I start putting restrictions, then I will say, no, it's better not. What I will choose, not attending the session. But sometimes I must test and go to a place and see whether I'm comfortable exercising this freedom, because this freedom and choice, I think it is a very important topic. I must get the essence, because this is a sutra. I must get the essence what Guruji and Gurudev are talking. What is choice and what is freedom? I must understand from the spiritual point of view. So what is true freedom? Harnessing and channelizing all our potential towards growth and creativity. That is the freedom we have. So even if little talent God has given me in singing, or in drawing, or in talking, or in reading, or in cooking, or in some, I must do that more and more, so that God says, okay, now I'm happy because I gave you 10%, next birth I will give you 20% and 70%. Then one day will come where you will sing and people are flocking to listen to your singing and pay money. And this is a motto what Gurudev gave, harnessing youth potential through dynamic spirituality. So what a beautiful motto, that we must harness our own potential, and spirituality is not some kind of inactive, static state. It is a dynamic state. So what is so here it is a continuation of the fourth verse. So there are various examples that Guruji has given this example. Actually, I wanted somebody to sing this. मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में हूँ. So I have got freedom, but I am searching freedom in different things. Beggar is there who is searching and begging for all money, and the money is inside his house only. This example we have taken. So I am having so much of freedom inside me, but I am searching freedom outside. I have got so much of potential, but I'm only using 1 to 2% of potential of my life, whether it is brain, whether it is my body, whether it is my speech, whether it is my mind, whether it is my knowledge. Another example we can take, musk deer runs in search of fragrance. And then Guruji adds one more thing in that Kabir says, Pani mein meen pyasi. Like in the water, the fish is running around for thirsty and running around for water to drink. That is our state. That I am having entire freedom inside me, but I am searching outside. So what is the point here given is that, but Guruji insists that this particular sutra is coming to us to make us aware. Am I aware of my potential? Because only when I become aware of my potential, I can use my potential. According to Guruji, most of us are not aware what we have, because our attention is mostly what we do not have. Like that small girl who was asked, what are the wonders of this world? She told, many people wrote Taj Mahal and then Niagara Falls. She wrote, I can see, I can hear, I can taste, I can feel the touch. That is the greatest wonder in life. So there is a story what Guruji tells in this of realizing freedom. So one person came to a psychologist and say that I want to suicide. I don't want to live. Why? Because I'm good for nothing. Why? I don't have anything. I don't have a job. I don't have this. I don't have, I want to, what is the point in living? I want to do suicide. Whatever the psychologist asked, the person said, I have nothing. I don't have anything. Why should I live? Then the psychologist said, okay, you can, but before that, can you answer some questions to me? Okay, what? Okay, I will give you 1 lakh rupees. Can you give me your one eye? We don't know what you are talking. One eye. Eye means not this eye. Okay, I will give you 4 lakhs rupees. Give me both eyes. He told, no, I will not give you 4 eyes, because if I get 4 lakhs rupees, what will I do without seeing the world? Okay, you don't give eyes, but can you give your both hands? I will give you 6 lakhs rupees. He told, 6 lakhs rupees I will take, or 10 lakhs rupees I will take, but both hands if I give you, what will I do? Okay, don't give your hands, give your both legs. I will give you 20 lakhs. I think by that time, this person got an idea what that psychologist was telling. He prostrated and told, I think I am telling you, since I have come to you, that I don't have anything valuable. But now I have realized that I have got crores worth rupees, this body, mind, intellect, jnana, ichcha, speech I have got, and I am not ready to give even for 10 lakhs rupees my one hand. That means the value of my this body is so big. And then he was inspired and he did a lot of things in his life. So there the story ends. So here is a very beautiful story. What Guruji told is that we do not know what is the value of our life. We do not know what is the value of our body. And when something happens to body, we are ready to spend so much of amount of rupees to restore it. And that's the reason we will complete this session by Gurudev's motto, what has been given. What you have is his gift to you. What you do with what you have is your gift to him. Such a powerful sentence we have heard. that we don't realize what gift we have got from God and Guru, that he has given this body, he has given this life, he has given this birth, he has given this hands, legs, jnana, knowledge, mind, speech, action, the power of action, and God has given the choice and freedom to us to do whatever with these 4-5 instruments. And still, if I am not ready to make my life a success, not ready to make my life happy, and not ready to make my life prosperous, then there is a challenge with me. So Guruji concludes by saying this, that the treasure is with you only and the key is also with you. So in this sutra, what we have discovered is both are with me. The treasure also is with me and the key also is with me. So with that, we will complete and we will see how the whole process Guruji is going to take one by one, that take charge, own up responsibility, become aware of what kind of value and the talent what we are having. And I must utilize this talent, I must utilize this all power what I have to maximum potential, because it has to come out, because God has given that particular thing for you to express. I'll repeat, God has given us all these things to express because he wants to express through us. But I'm not utilizing talent because it is on my own wrong thinking and faulty ideas about myself. No. Why should I do? What will happen? And this all stops realizing our own potential, and this is stopping my utkarsha. So very, very significant. We can think about it, because all this sutra we are reflecting for 45 minutes, but we can actually think of after this class is over that yes, actually so many things I can do in life which I'm not doing. So how will I give my return gift to God is our thought process for this week. So that is our sankalpa for this week, that I will now start giving return gifts to God with whatever powers and talents what I have got. Guruji has already given what powers and talents I have already received. So I cannot say that I do not have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that story also is powerful, that a person thinking that I do not have anything in life now is not ready to give one leg, one hand, one eye to anybody. Even if crores of rupees are given, nobody will give one hand and one leg and one eye to. Even a poor person will give you 1 lakh, 10 lakhs rupees. You can feed yourself whole life. Beggar will not give. So I would request Sandhya